Bob?
John's very confident. Very confident individual, both on and off the ice. You know, it just follows him around, and it's easy to be that way when things have gone the way they have lately for John. He's been playing so well for us, and as I said, probably a large fact why we're here.
Though their styles may be far apart, the results have been the same. To a man, the players on both teams say that their goaltender has been the main reason why they find themselves vying for the conference final. Michael Whalen, TSN in Montreal.
As expected, Game 1 turned out to be a goaltending duel. Bob Gainey scored what proved to be the game winner when he broke a 1-all tie. 20-year-old Patrick Waugh made 26 saves to lead the Canadiens to a 2-1 victory over their original 6 rivals.
Well, that's the way we want it. You know, the duller the game is, I think it's to our benefit. They've got the players that like to freewheel and open the game up, and that's exactly what we don't want to do. When we get into that kind of situation, it's too open for us. We try to keep things close and tighten our own end, and you know, the boring the game is, I think the better it is for us, because we're only looking for a couple opportunities, and hopefully we're going to take advantage of them.
In Game 2, it was the Canadiens' offense that came alive.
Chelios with it on the right side. A shot blocked by Van Beesbroek. Here's Bobby Smith from behind the net. He scores! Put it right off the pads of Van Beesbroek. Marks just inside the line. Gave it to Robinson. He shoots. Kicks out the rebound. And finds in by Carbonneau. And the Canadiens are up 2-1. Puck knocked away from him. Patrick couldn't move in time. Here's a break for Lemieux. Down right wing with one man back. Lemieux shot. He scores! Here's another guy who can fly. Carbonneau comes in on the right side. Got the puck back, and his shot is blocked. He scores on the rebound. Canadiens been able to do nothing with the power play tonight. Now Chelios moves in deep, and so much for that. Chelios dropped his skates in behind Hanlon, and it's 6-2.
We had a 2-on-1, but I had in my mind that I had to take a good shot, and I did it, and I scored a pretty nice goal.
We're taking more shots, and we're trying to skate the players without the puck to the net for rebounds and to create some confusion around the net.
We went after them. We took control of the game maybe at the half mark in the first period, and from then we just play our kind of game. We play well in our zone, and every chance we had, we just seems to put the puck in the net.
Game 3 would turn out to be somewhat of a coming-out party for Patrick Waugh. His play in regulation was outstanding. However, the score was knotted at 3. But in overtime, Waugh began setting the foundation for a reputation that would last a lifetime.
Now it's down to center. Waugh down, another shot, and another shot.
Halfway through the period, it was another Canadiens rookie who took advantage of a break.
There's a shot from the line. Didn't get through. And the Canadian player, McPhee, going in. McPhee passed right in. Oh! It hit the top of his score. It went in.
I never thought that in Sherbrooke I was going to come here from Sherbrooke and be like what I am now. But, you know, one day you're a hero, the other day you're zero. So I'm not worried about it. I want to keep going. I don't want to lose my head. I want to keep my feet on the ground. I want to keep going the same way. And, you know, there's only one thing in my head is drinking the Stanley Cup, and we're going to go there if we work hard.
We certainly are knocking on the door. I think we've really put this team on the verge tonight. We feel very fortunate and very pleased to have been able to win this third game in their own rink, and now we're really in a good position to put the series away Wednesday night.
You know, and we got lucky to get that break. In a normal situation, I guess the referee would have called a penalty, but Lemieux was at the right place, got a breakaway, almost an offside, I guess. But we'll take this one.
The Canadiens' hopes of a sweep would come to a crashing halt in Game 4 as the Rangers survived with a 2-0 victory.
For me, it's a lucky goal. The puck hit the boards and it goes in front. No, you know, it's why I say it's not. You can say what you want, but you know, for me, it's a lucky goal.
It looked about the size of a beach ball, but I thought I mishit it, and I didn't think it went in the net until I looked up after their defenseman skated by me. So it's just one of those surprise things that happens, and a good thing Donnie Maloney was in the right place to get me the puck.
The teams returned to the form for Game 5. Trailing 1-0, the Habs took control.
Chelios kept it in. Here's a good play for Sigra. Kept it in. He scored. And
And Lemieux is on there now. Robinson just misses on the short side. Lemieux centered it. They score! That's the cap. Back of the net, and Samuelson tried to clear it out and failed. Bailey takes his shot. Yes, he scores! Bob Gainey!
Montreal went on to a 3-1 victory to capture the Prince of Wales trophy and make their first trip to the Cup final in 7 years.
Well, the power play has been a bit ineffective on some nights, but in the 3 series so far, our power play has been distinctly better than the power play of the opposition. And we've, you know, we're pleased to get a couple of goals on it tonight. We've scored some big goals on a power play since this playoff season began. We tied up the game the other night and on the power play with 2 minutes left and won it in overtime. And I think that you know, we can be pleased with the way our power play has played, and we'll have to just try and hone it up a bit for the finals.
We scored 2 goals with our power play, and I don't think they scored 1, and it was a big part of our success so far in the series, not just in New York, but against Hartford and against Boston. You can't say much about that. I think everybody's working hard. We got that video working really well, and we knew what to do on the ice, and when you know that, you got an extra second to think about what's going to happen, and just the fact that we work hard and we won the game.
I mean, their penalty killing is very good, but, you know, their power play scored a couple goals. Our power play was very flat tonight, and that's the difference right there.
Welcome back to Frozen in Time's look at the Canadiens' run to the Cup in 1985-86. The Canadiens faced the Flames in the first All-Canadian final in 19 years. Game 1 was in Calgary. Mats Naslund opened the scoring, but the Flames took the lead by the end of the first period and never looked back in winning rather handily 5-2. Game 2 appeared to be following a similar route. Montreal still trailed by 1 early in the third when a rookie scored his first career playoff goal.
Hope my stick wasn't as rubbery as it was for the couple of shots that I got in the third period. I missed a couple big goals, and you know, I really wasn't trying for any part of the net. I redirected it hoping to hit the net and went in the corner, so great big thrill when I had to tackle Mike McPhee going down in the corner. It was great.
I think we played nervous, and there was a feeling in the locker room that, you know, we have to win this game, and we come out and we played the type of game that Montreal Canadiens can play, and the Flames, they got the lead on us, and we just didn't give up. We kept working. They played a good game, and both goaltenders played well, and we just kept pressing. We had a lot of shots, and that's what we need to win.
We've been strong on the road, and we've bounced back after defeats before in the last month or so. So I think that this is par for the course, and although I'm not kidding anybody, we wanted to win the game, and I feel we should have won it tonight. We're going to bounce back and go at Game 3.
We've been very successful throughout the playoffs this year of putting the last game out of our mind and going in and doing a big job the next time. And I think we'll come to the rink tomorrow night, regroup, and everyone will dig down a little bit deeper and come in and put a strong performance.
Game 3 also featured a record as the teams combined for the fastest 4 goals in finals history. Joel Otto, Bobby Smith, Mats Naslund, and Bob Gainey scored within 1 minute and 34 seconds late in the first period. It was Gainey's 5th goal in the playoffs that year and proved to be his 3rd game winner. The Canadiens' 5-3 victory had given them a 2-1 series lead.
We have a lot of character players here, and we play a very disciplined game, and I think that we're probably a little bit more disciplined on the road than we are at home. Tonight, I don't think we were as disciplined as we have been in the past, and maybe it's good for us to get back on the road and play our disciplined style game, and I think everyone will see what they have to do, and everyone will come up big in Game 3.
I don't know if we won more games on the road or not, but we've been playing well, and you know, we're gonna be okay. It's definitely a letdown tonight after the game, but tomorrow's a new day, and it's a big series. We're both fighting for the Stanley Cup, and believe us, we're gonna battle back.
We play well in Montreal, and we came here to win 1 game. We played, I think, poorly in the first game, but finally we got our same momentum we had for the series against the Rangers, Hartford, and Boston, and hopefully we're going to be able to do that in Montreal.
We played a lot better. We felt we, did the job that we wanted to. We still didn't play as good as we could, but it's going to help this and going into our own building.
With the fans, they've been treating us great so far, and
And, you know, they're going to play a big part, of course, but, you know, we're going to have to go out and work 60 minutes as hard as we have. Calgary, of course, is, you know, they've got a great road record. I don't expect things to change now, so you know, we're going to have to work for the whole 60 minutes in Montreal. I don't expect the crowd to make a big difference, except for when we score a goal. We'll hear them cheer instead of hear this audience go crazy, so, you know, we're very happy.
After a record-setting offensive outburst in Game 3, Game 4 would have only one goal. Claude Lemieux broke a scoreless tie with less than 9 minutes to go. It was his 10th goal of postseason and his 4th game winner.
Our success has been to wait and be patient, and every time we had the break, we didn't score every time we had a good chance. That's what happened tonight. I think Serge Boisvert hit the post in the first period, Bobby Uni hit the post in the third, and we had many chances between that, so we knew that we had the chance. All we wanted to do was play well in our zone and keep going that same way, be patient, and we had the break. Fortunately, we had the break at the end.
This was a game that we could not lose. We you know, that before it was just intense in the dressing room before the game. If we lost this game, we knew that they were back in it. And let's face it, why play those extra games when you have to?
I've never been this close, and I'm still worried. I'm scared every game. They can come back just as easy as one game at a time, and I'm not going to be happy until we win it.
The Canadiens struck first in Game 5 on the power play. Combined, they had won 11 cups as Montreal Canadiens, and both would be inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Probably the happiest day of my life so far, other than the day when my kids were born. It's question's been asked many times, but I think this one holds as much as I guess all the rest, with maybe the fact that it might be my last. You know, you never know. When you get it, you only don't get too many chances to win the Stanley Cup, and we were so close, and it was the longest day of my life, and certainly the longest 2 minutes of my life.
Tell you something, last year we won the Calder Cup, that was a great feeling. But that one, winning the Stanley Cup, that's unbelievable. I tell you that. That's unbelievable.
You want to go ahead and lift it up for it?
Yes, sir. Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah! More Stanley Cups and would earn a record-setting total of 3 Conn Smythe trophies.
Stanley Cup was more important than the Smythe. I think if you know, individual honors, it's not important at the end of their career, and the most important it's the big trophy, the Stanley Cup. And for the Smythe, I have to give the credit to my defense, my coach, because my coach gave me, you know, he had a lot of confidence on me. He let me play all the time, and when the series started, he said, "Pat, you're my goaltender," and I was there, and I gave all I have.
Waugh retired in 2003 with more wins than any other goaltender in history, and was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 2006. As for the Canadiens, this would mark their 23rd championship, making them, at that point, the winningest franchise in professional sport in North America.
Hockey fans in the United States.
Bob Brown left the side, no score! Bob Brown! Behind the net to Sanderson, no!
Promise mess, I wouldn't do this.
The waiting is over! The New York Rangers are the Stanley Cup champions! There it is! Number 700!
Welcome to Frozen in Time here on the NHL Network. I'm Dan Palmer. Today we look back at the Montreal Canadiens' 1992-93 Stanley Cup championship. The incredible run is best known for the Habs' memorable 10 straight overtime victories that forever link Patrick Waugh's name with that of other goaltending greats. The long road to glory that season actually began at the end of the previous season on May 9th, 1992. The Canadiens had just suffered through one of the most humbling defeats in franchise history. For the third straight year, the Bruins had eliminated the Canadiens from the playoffs. But this time they had swept Montreal, marking the first time the Canadiens had ever been swept in a best-of-7 series.
there's no doubt that I didn't make the big saves for the guys. And into the game, I wasn't sharp at all. I mean, I was fighting the puck a lot.
We just didn't seem to cut the goals in this series when we needed them. So again, there's no sense making excuses. We didn't do it, and now we're out.
Changes were expected, and they began within days of the end of the Canadian season. Pat Burns, who had come under fire for the Canadiens' playoff underachievement, resigned May 29, 1992, the coach in Toronto.
The organization has been good to me, and I owe the organization to allow it to function effectively. And as a result, I have submitted my resignation to Serge Savard effective today.
The Canadian search for Burns' replacement began immediately. And on June 11, 1992, Jacques Demers became the 22nd coach of the storied franchise.
I believe general managers and owners today really want, because of the cost of obviously paying hockey players, the cost of operating the NHL, is to go as far as possible in the playoffs. And I was able to do that with teams who have not gone as far as they have. St. Louis has not been there since I've left, and Detroit, obviously.
I like his style. I think he brings some life everywhere he's been. He ran into some difficulties this last year in Detroit, which happened to all the coaches at one point in their career.
It was expected Demers would open up the team's stifled offense. And with that in mind, general manager Serge Savard made two key trades late in August, adding a pair of talented forwards. First, Savard acquired playmaking center Vincent Damphousse from the Edmonton Oilers.
I'm very happy to be in Montreal. It's my hometown, and I'm very excited to be part of the Montreal Canadiens.
4 days later, he'd pick up future Hall of Famer Brian Bellows from the Minnesota North Stars.
Well, I think I just feel, pretty happy with the whole situation, how it turned about. I mean, every time you get traded, you feel a little different, a little odd, but the guys have made me feel really welcomed here, and the management have treated me very good right from the start, with Serge and John coming down to meet me. So it's been, I think, a very positive change, and hopefully it'll continue that way.
Canadiens fans would have to wait a while to see the two newest members of their team. Montreal was on the move for part of training camp, getting in shape in London, England with the Chicago Blackhawks.
It's a good way to start off the season, I think. It takes away from maybe some of the boredom of training camp. And we get into it right away. We play a couple of games after 2 or 3 days of practice.
Now we have a couple new trades. It'll be good for us to meet the guys in a little less important atmosphere like the Montreal Forum. So we can relax and have a good time and stay in shape at the same time.
Ahead on the show. Captain Guy Carbonneau, the senior member of the team, was injured to begin the season. He and the rest of the city of Montreal watched their beloved Canadiens struggle badly to open the season, winning just one of their first 5 games. Particularly humbling was an 8-2 loss to their division rivals, the Buffalo Sabres.
I saw a lot of things from up there that I didn't like. And when I came back, one reason why I came back was, trying to give those a few guys some confidence. I know Vincent Damphousse and Kurt Muller are good players, but we can't afford to put them on the ice 40 minutes.
I know when Carbo came back last game, he took up a lot of slack and killed some major penalties and played a major role, and it cut down on my ice time, which made me fresher and made me feel better for the last game.
Carbonneau returned to the lineup for the 6th game of the season. The Canadiens took off.
Oh, here's LeBeau in the slot area. Looking at Connery in close guard. Stefan LeBeau with a fine individual effort, and the Canadiens take a 1-0 lead on LeBeau's 12th of the year. Now moves to Bellows. Bellows trying to return pass. Here's Damphousse. Score! Harry, one of the few times tonight along the boards that the Canadiens managed to outwork Ottawa and set up a chance.
There's another hit by Matt Schneider. But here's a breakaway for Kelly Miller, and he's stopped by Patrick Waugh. Tipped in their own zone of the cap. LeClaire trying to get out front. Bellows turns, can't get a good shot away. Who's coming to score? John LeClaire. Plays the puck to Mike Ridley. Gains the blue line to Kelly Miller. Heads for the net. Poke check by Patrick Waugh. And the loose puck was taken by the Canadiens and cleared.
So
ça ne les a pas beaucoup servis ce soir. Oh, voilà, tiens, voilà le but. Et voilà le but en supériorité numérique, réussi par Brian Bellows. La Schneider qui était venu se placer dans l'enclave pour appuyer l'attaque. Une passe, voilà Dampous et le but. Vincent Dampous. Le centre de Lebeau. Lebeau qui voulait remettre à Keane. La rondelle qui est reprise devant le filet. Le tir et le but. Laissé tout fin seul devant le filet. Vincent Dampous.
Schneider being watched by Adams. Gets it over to Dampous. Dampous makes the shot. The Bellows back to Dampous. To the side they score. Kurt Muller. The Canadiens throw it around and take the lead 3-2.
Stefan Lebeau trying to get away from Svoboda. Lebeau to Savard. He scores! Sabres are on a change. Nice play by Roy. To Keane. Down boost. Lebeau alone. 3-0 Montreal.
A 12-game unbeaten streak by the Canadiens had catapulted them to top spot in the league, or at least a tie with the two-time defending champion Pittsburgh Penguins. A newfound scoring touch, fueled by a wide-open style, were credited for the team's success.
We're scoring a lot more goals. The players seem to understand exactly what we want. It's good to win a game like against the Rangers 4-3. It's good to win against the Jets 2-1. Also showing that we're able and capable of playing defense. And the system, it was not that complicated. It was just a matter of asking our defensemen to get involved offensively. We have some good quality young defensemen who are able of doing that.
Pat's system, it was just a matter of, you know, I was playing right wing. You know, I was used on the power play like I am now with Jacques, but you know, in crucial situations, Jacques shows me confidence, and it's a challenge that I've been responding so far this year, and I will continue to do that.
We have more freedom, and it's easier to create some scoring chance that way.
Patrick Waugh became the youngest Conn Smythe Trophy winner in 1986, but had been unable to duplicate that postseason success. Playoff failures fueled criticism from the cynics who suggested that 1986 was an anomaly and Waugh should be traded. As the 92-93 season began, nobody knew about a promise Jacques Demers had made to the netminder in training camp. Demers vowed no matter what, Waugh was a starter. The Canadian success would be indelibly linked to Patrick Waugh.
And here's the Senators now. Jody Hull on the left side. He's got Turgeon in front here. Turgeon, great stop by Rasico. And the crowd applauds Andre Rasico.
Here it is right here. Turgeon walks through the middle. Hardy. Almonte to Turcotte. The deflection, a save by Rasico on Messier. Turcotte with a beautiful cross-ice pass. And the save by Rasico on Messier. There you see the cross-check coming from behind. That's what Messier was talking to Oderline about. There's the save. Watch Messier get the jolt. On Herbert, the first man back. Herbert's up the middle toward Pierre Turgeon. Now to Hull, who's onside. Comes in on Rasico. Beaten and then gave it a shot. Didn't get it by Rasico. How do you do? Wow. What an opportunity for the Islanders as Benoit Hull takes a perfect pass across the blue line. And then in the act of putting the rebound in, Derek King is hooked. There goes Hull. There's the pass from Turgeon. There's his shot. Good stop by Rasico. And just as King went to shoot it, he was hooked from behind. I believe Mike Keane hooked him. There's the original shot. Just as King went to put it into the open net.
They wanted to find out if Andre could play, and they played him a little more, and he stepped in. He's played great for us. So it's important for us to have a backup goalie like that, and he's worked hard, and he's had a lot of pressure, and he's come through it.
Some believe that Rasico represented the team's goaltending future. Some believed he was ready to take over right away.
You can't afford to only play one goalie all year, and I expect that if something happened to him during the